Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now, in today's video, before we jump into it, I'd like to apologize for, if you guys saw the last video, you'd notice around the 20-minute mark and around the 23-minute mark, there was a solid minute of just black footage. I checked the rendering and whatnot, and I made sure it was alright, so not too sure what happened there, whether or not it was my fault, but in today's video, we are going to be using another King team and using it alongside Margaret. I didn't think this was really a strategy anyone used. Not too sure why I have the Zeldris in the back. I might change that up for Escanor actually, but I saw someone in yesterday's video use it and I was like, hey, why not? If we could potentially get a level 3 Breath of Blast with like a level 3 King AoE or a ultimate, definitely feel like he could hit that 1 million damage. I've been actually really struggling to get him to hit that 1 million number, just due to the fact that, he hits not as strong as, some of the Margaret level 3 AoEs and Barn ultimates, just due to the fact that he removes all of the buffs the enemy has. So it's not like he has to hit a high number. Like, he hits the numbers he does guaranteed because the enemy can't really protect themselves from it. But if you guys don't know what King does, his first card here inflicts power strike damage equal to 275% of attack. The second card inflicts sever damage equal to 300% of attack. The ultimate removes debuffs from allies and buffs from enemies. For each buff removed, increases damage taken by enemies whose buff were removed by 5% for one turn, then inflicts damage equal to 480% of attack on all enemies. super long, these ultimates and passives. When the hero uses a skill, increases damage dealt to enemies by 30%, then creates a barrier around allies equal to 15% of damage dealt for one turn, increases damage taken by 100% and increases damage dealt by 25%. The passives and ultimates are just getting even longer and longer. We do have them 3/6 here. I'd like it to be a little bit higher, but it is what it is. The gear here, it's pretty well done. I would definitely like to invest into these defense pieces a little bit more, but it is what it is. And looking at the closet here, he's pretty much maxed out, hoping he gets his 5th weapon sometime soon. In saying that though, I'd really like to see Assault Meli get his 5th weapon before King does. He's been probably the biggest shafted unit in Grand Cross, but yeah, this is the team we're using today. Might quickly check and see if using Escanor on the back has a little higher CC, and we'll jump right into it. Let's see our first opponent, an Assault Meli team, and we did of course end up chucking the Escanor in the back. Hopefully we outCC everyone in this video, and that's some nice card draw to start off. I mean, especially against the Assault Meli team, unless he has dodge food here, this is pretty much a one-turn KO. I'm really hoping we can at least get a couple of those Breath of Blessers. I mean, just due to the fact of how fast the matches go, I'll probably do around 7 or 8 matches with this team, just, try and make sure the video goes for 10 minutes. I know in the last one we got like a 20-minute video even out with all the, issues and whatnot, but let's see. Also having the Breath of Blast here can make us cleanse those debuffs, which is kind of helpful, and yeah, it's already over. And let's hope this one lasts a little bit longer. The Full Unknown team, I mean, this team, honestly, the Full Unknown team in general, ever since its release, has just been so ridiculously powerful. It's absolutely insane, especially with, like, just due to the fact that this Goth wasn't out. I've used anything like the True Seeker Merlin as well. Like, any kind of variant of the team is just ridiculously strong, and like, Lolly Merlin can even be used to this day to counter King. Like, she does a really good job of it. Let's see though. One thing I would like to mention as well is the Amelia Freeze. I'm pretty sure it's different between level 1 and level 2. I don't think the level 2 breaks like the King Shield, but I know the level 1 doesn't. It's something like that, but I don't know. Let's see, we do have the Breath of Blast on us still. Let's see what we can do. Surely this just... Might go for this one here just to see if we can... Biggest misplay ever, goddamn. I'm just making a fool of myself as of recent. Oh well, let's just say that's us trying to give him a chance. I was hoping we could maybe get a rank up. That's no Johns at all. Okay, throws out the Jack of Light. Stops the 2-star cards again, so we won't fall for that one. And I mean, yeah, that... I'm guessing he knows he can't freeze with the shield up, which is why he didn't do it that turn. We'll throw these ones out and that'll pretty much be game. Unfortunate that we couldn't use the ultimate to kind of just, absolutely wipe everyone, but I mean, it is definitely a nice increase in damage there. Yeah, look at that. And the Margaret Holy Blade card that was good regardless. And I mean, I'm kind of glad the fact as well that King doesn't work well with Barn and Margaret, because I mean, pretty much any of the most recent, like, kind of, festival units or meta units, you've literally just been able to chuck with other recent festival or meta units and just they work. Now, granted, here's just another unit that you put with Halloween Gotha, but I feel as if though that isn't like a good, thing to say as like an argument. Like, pretty much any unit can be put with Halloween Gotha. I was really hoping we'd get the rank up there after that merger. Halloween Gotha is just like, even, you know, using some of the unknown units where you don't get any of the passive, the ult control from the pumpkin bombs and the rank up by themselves is like plenty. Like, you don't really need much more. I'd still say they, you know, Halloween Gotha is better than the red Gotha, even with, you know, the fact that the red Gotha actually has a passive and whatnot. I think I might go for this one here to rush the ultimate. Granted, you know, the attack disable is really, really good. If you were to use something like True Seeker Merlin, who's, I'm probably like a huge advocate for, one of my favorite unknown units, you pretty much get the attack disable passively from, you know, using 2 cards, which is super, super strong. Let's say if you can't even damage the king or get through his shield, that attack disable still applies. So, I don't know, I just feel like it's the True Seeker Merlin and Omega Rugal now, which is probably going to be in one of my next videos, is probably the best. Granted, you know, I haven't tried it and this is just, you know, on paper what it looks like, is probably the best team. We'll go 1, 2. I think I might just chuck out another pumpkin bomb for the time being. Stop any Hendricksons or King from getting the ultimate. There's no way the Margaret ultimate doesn't kill here as well. Still need to get my Margaret to 6/6 as well. My luck on, I think I have like a 4/6 Hijack Gotha, a 3/6 Margaret, and a 3/6 King. Everyone else is pretty much 6/6, so don't need to worry about them. And I do have, I think I have around 4 or 5 festival coins, so I can definitely buy some dupes in the near future. And most of you guys have probably noticed also mirror matchup. At the day, you know, the day of you guys will be seeing this video is usually the day I do a news video. And why haven't I done a news video? We have the part 2 of the 2.5 anniversary, and the patch notes are just, it's like half a page long. Yes, I kind of guessed him having the evasion food. I'd rather get the pumpkin bombs off. Not too sure why we can kind of just rank up and Breath of Bless. I just didn't think the level 2 Margaret would do an awful lot. And look at, oh my god, that is perfect right there. Yeah, no, the patch notes, there's so much stuff they missed out on, unless they're just not going to give it to us and they gave it to JP. They didn't talk about the Merlin skin we're getting. They just missed so much stuff, and like, I can't even remember all of it at the moment. They literally talk about we're getting a village donation. They also talk about, what do they even talk about? They talk about giving us some of the bosses back and whatnot. It's all just really, really concise, and like, they don't have to hide anything. Like, we've pretty much already seen what they're giving us on the JP version. We are just going to absolutely shred this thing. If only we could just buff removal and just wipe everyone. That's alright though. Let's see. Do we think he can tank 3 attacks here? Granted, you know, he's gonna have a fairly beefy shield from the, oh my god, we're getting so many king cards. He's gonna have a fairly tanky shield as well. I might actually go for double king cards and Margaret just so we can get her ultimate. That way, if he does end up getting like a king ultimate or a Margaret ultimate, we don't really have to deal with it. Level 1 king card. Still taking a bit of damage as well. I'd really like to see how Festival Zeldris does. Is like if we use like maybe like a Festival Zeldris Cusack theme and just like turn 1, try and like rank them up or buff them or something along those lines. Maybe have like a Keo or something. Definitely feel like that'd be interesting. 1, 2. Okay, so we don't really get the Margaret ultimate then. I think I might just go full Sentinel King, then we'll see what he can do. Not like we can get the ultimate anyway. Hoping this one taps a shield. Okay, I mean, that's fine. We don't really have to. It's not like we're going to kill Gotha. Oh my god. That was a lot more than expected. Is the next one going to hit 600 as well? Okay, 400,000. That's still really, really good. Goddamn. I'm guessing he lifesteals back to full. Yeah. We only got to see it for a second, but he's pretty much full health. I mean, I honestly feel like we've been doing pretty good in this video, and a King Droll team. I still have to use the Droll team as well. Not sure why I see so many people using the Blue Droll instead, and oh, he can petrify someone if he really wants to, just to remove the Breath of Bless. I think I'm still going to go for it here. Whether it's King or whether, like, if he does the King, yes, we lose the King cards, but if he does Margaret, like, we can use the King cards, but if he petrifies King, we still get the level 3 Holy Blade, so I feel like regardless, we're in a pretty good spot here. And look at the double rank up. That was perfect. I mean, we only really needed one of them. Honestly, can he survive? What's he gonna do? Like a rank up Droll? Rank up everyone, okay. And petrifies Margaret, okay, yeah. Probably the smartest bet. If I hadn't got the rank up, it would have been... This is pretty much just over, isn't it? I mean, it's not like me to usually emote and BM, but what can you do? I think I might do next match as our last match as well. Hopefully we can get a little bit longer of a match. Almost 500,000, not too bad. And can we please say like 800,000? Almost 800,000. Okay, pretty good if I do say so myself. Absolutely crushing Bardock there. And let's see it, final opponent. I feel as though we've versed quite a few Margaret King teams, especially for how little I usually see it. But if I was to actually recommend you guys any teams to actually use for King, it'd probably be using him alongside the Gotha and Kyo, or with the Omega Rugal and Lilia. Not only are they just more viable teams in using him alongside Margaret, but they're just funner versions as well. Granted, you know, the King of Fighters characters are exclusive. We did, of course, just have the rerun, but for those people who missed out on the characters, then that's probably going to be, granted, you know, I could be wrong. We could get another King of Fighters collab just being like a different King of Fighters game, but even then, it's unlikely they'll actually bring back those King of Fighters characters. Let's see what he's going to do here. I don't think we're going to be able to rush any ultimates against any Margaret teams, which is a little unfortunate. I'd like to see how much damage we could get just completely removing all of the Breath of Bless buffs. We'll go kind of to maximize card draw. I'd really like the Margaret ultimate as well. I think I might just go for this for the meantime. That's right. I mean, we can end up losing this one. At the end of the day, it's more... He's actually using evasion food. Okay, so it is a real player. That's, yeah, there's no way that breaks the shield. I mean, one good thing about this shield compared to the Elizabeth shield is if you end up breaking the shield just off like one hit, you can still get a lot of damage off, whereas the Elizabeth shield like completely negates the rest of your damage even when the shield isn't procced. That is just by far one of the most annoying parts. Like if you leave her shield on just the tiniest slither of health, all of your damage for that next turn is just completely negated, which, granted, you know, they could make King even more OP, like changing his shield to do that effect and changing it so when he attacks into a counter character, the shield applies before the counter comes out. He could just be absolutely crazy. What do we want to go for? Oh, well, we've lost. There's nothing we can do here, goddamn. I mean, hey, finishing the video on a loss, it's alright though, what can you do? If we were using Omega Rugal though, this would have been an easy clap. Yeah, there's just no way we can finish King off in one card. We do actually keep the level 3 Breath of Bless for this turn, so hopefully he can break our shield and throw off the ultimate. We can see how much damage he can do. I'd also like to see what ult level he is, but whatever. Goddamn, I mean, hey, not the best team. I know, you know, you'd think using double festival characters would be just absolutely cracked broken, but I don't know, it's entirely about synergy, and we can't even see how much damage he hits, goddamn. Oh well, let's wrap up the video. There we go, and that just about does it for today's showcase. I mean, hey, play a team, you know, a lot of people can use. If you know, Margaret and King are probably the two highest value banners we've ever had. Thank you, Grand Cross. And I mean, when it comes to the back unit, nowadays, there's so many like good, like just extremely viable backline units, whether it's Escanor, whether it's Zeldris, even the Gil Thunders, they're all really good picks. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button, subscribe, really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.